Hi guys, Bradley from B-Rad TV here. I've shaved my beard off, I'm clean shaven, as you can see. I'm not having a breakdown, it comes and goes as I feel. And this is the first video I've done after I've shaved off my beard. I'm just relaxing in the woods at the moment. I can show you what I'm looking at up here. It's very nice, very nice. The tripod at the moment is right next to my legs, so if I knock it and it wobbles, I apologise for the amateurish quality of the video, but that's just how I am sitting at the moment. Today I'm going to talk about religion and God. Pretty massive topic. I'm obviously not going to cover everything in this video, but I'll give you some sort of an introduction to what I think and what I believe, and then that'll give you some context for other things that I say in other videos as well. I don't believe in God, and I'm not religious. I consider myself an atheist, even though I know I can't disprove God. I can't prove God doesn't exist, but that's no reason for me to believe that he does, if that makes sense. Why don't I believe in God? Well, I guess proof would be a big thing. People say look around and all that, but that doesn't work. When I say God now, I'm talking about God in the sense of there's an old man up in the sky who created everything. He loves us, he watches over us. Literally, God. If you were to draw a picture, you'd draw an old man with a beard. God. So God, guys, if there is one intelligent designer, I don't think he's designed things very well. This world is a cruel survival of the fittest, where the beings have to eat each other. Like, evil corporations are allowed to flourish. Free will means people could be cruel. I don't understand that. And you can say, oh, free will's a good thing, and all the suffering in the world is caused by man. But then in the same way, if I get two dogs and put them into an arena, get them to fight and kill each other and things, I could just stand back and say, oh, free will, there we go, the dogs killed each other. But no, hang on, I rigged the battlefield, the playing field, I put them in there to do that. So if there is an intelligent being up there and we're all killing each other, it would just seem a bit sick that it's playing some sort of game. So if there was a God, he's definitely not this loving, caring, fatherly figure that I think everyone describes him as. Or her. It would be beyond gender if there was something, I guess. If there is a loving and caring God, why do we suffer at all? Why do we feel pain when we bang a foot or something? Why is our body designed in a way that to warn us we feel pain? Why don't we have an early warning system that when our foot is going to be hurt, even if it's in super slow motion because of something dangerous coming towards us we can't control, we have a spider sense and we get out of the way? Or even when it does happen, we're like Superman, it bounces off us. Why are we in these gooey flesh suits that feel pain and fall apart and rot away? And if you are religious and you believe in God, I don't know how you could be loving. You'd be confused and angry with him, surely, about how the world is and why the world is the way it is. He should come down and fix everything. I don't get it. If I made something and it was becoming toxic and destroying itself, I would intervene to make it better. Unless it's just a weird experiment and you want to see what happens, in which case I just leave it and let it run its course. So we're just running our course. Religion is just a spiritual doctrine. It's a set of rules that you have to live your life by, and that's so limiting and restricting. You're so much more than that. You deserve so much more than that. To limit yourself to one set of beliefs, you're going to govern your whole life on that? What? You have to be fluid and anything I'm saying in my videos are just ideas and thoughts and bubbles that might help you, that I've found useful, that I want to share with you. They might not work for you. You can just watch this and smile. But religion just lays out the answers. It's too easy. There's a man saying that he has all the answers for you, and if you take this book and live like this, you'll be happy now, your life will be perfect, not only on this earth, but afterwards for eternity. Now, if a sales pitch sounds too good to be true, it probably is. How can someone turn around to you and say they have the answers? No one has the answers. They can't. No, I don't understand how you could believe that you have the answers or someone has the answers. Only a fool thinks he's wise, but a wise man knows he's a fool. But even that's an ironic intelligence paradox, because I think I'm wise saying that, but then I know I'm a fool, so it goes round and round. But someone saying that they have all the answers, you can't have all the answers. There is no answer. There's just living. And when you live your life by this set of rules, that means there's wrong things and things that aren't in line with your religious doctrine. They are not the true way. Like, if you truly believe in that religion, everything else is not right. That's no way to go into the world and life, already dividing yourself from people. Now, I see a lot of amazement and beauty in the world, and it's incredible how it's here and why we're here and how it's all started and all of that, the big questions. To pin that on, oh, there's a big clever thing and he made everything and it's all really pretty and we've got to be very thankful for him. That's too human to think that. It's too easy. We're not meant to understand the big ideas. Life, death, space, time. I want to do other videos talking about those things in more depth, but it'd be like trying to explain a particular part of a video game to a squirrel. The squirrel would be sat there next to the game's console remote, and it wouldn't even be able to comprehend that it has to pick up the remote to do anything, let alone what the game is it's playing, let alone what the TV is, or what the little part of the game is, or how it works with electricity. It's on another level. Like, we have senses that we use in this world to experience things. Where we came from, where we're going, we will never understand. But your brain was just frazzle. You can't pin it down. You definitely can't pin it down to a mystical figure. People who are religious, I don't want to generalise now, but it might be passed down from the family. So whatever your family are, what you're grown up in, that's what the beliefs that you'll take on. Even for your early adult life, if you are a religious family, you might find a different religion later on in life, or you might just leave it altogether. But people would see that, hopefully. I think other people would see that and think, oh, I've been brought up in this family, so I'm this religion. But if they were born somewhere else in the world, they'd be a different religion. So that would already just make, not a mockery, but it just would undermine either of them, because it would be based on the time you're born and where you're born. If you're born in ancient Rome, polytheism, you'd have lots of gods. I would love to be religious. I would love to have faith and just know that, oh, everything is going to be okay. It doesn't matter how horrible this life is, because we're all going to a happy place. But that just seems ridiculous. Not only that, I think that lessens the value of this world. If you're believing in this heavenly afterlife where you're going to be at bliss with God, that totally lessens the value of this beauty that is all around us. Like, I can feel my hands, the wind, what is that? Whoa, man, the wind on my face, like, this is the world we're living in. You have to be here and now and live this, not be fantasizing or longing about something you don't know exists, that you can't know exists. How can you have blind faith? I don't understand it. It seems totally reasonable people who work jobs and are intelligent human beings that believe in these religious things. I don't understand. It's baffling to me. I might actually try and have a debate with somebody about this. I tried talking to people and things, and lots of people take offence you know, even those good intentions, but when you try and talk, when I've tried to talk to people about religion, I lay out straight away, guys, I don't want to offend you, please let me know if I'm saying anything wrong, but it's so hard to talk to people. I was speaking to a friend of mine, he's got a religious girlfriend, and I wanted to talk to her, and we were out one day, and I started talking to her about it, and he was telling her to be quiet. He was telling her, oh no, don't do that. He was embarrassed that she was talking about it. And then another person I've spoken to, they were just angry that I was questioning it. But surely if you have this belief in this wonderful faith that can save me, you'd want to try and share that with me. If anyone was to open a debate, oh, you're stupid because you believe in God, yes, obviously you could be angry in that situation, but that's not how I open up any of my conversations. And people as well, people who do say, oh, religious people are stupid, religious people are this, that's also stupid because that's just cruel. There's no reason for that. As you say, you don't understand it, like I don't understand it, but it doesn't make somebody stupid. It's just fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating to have that belief and that faith in something that you can't touch and see and feel. Now already I started the video saying I don't believe in God. Now I'm saying if there is a God. If there is a God, the sense that I would consider God, I don't like the word God because of all the connotations it has with the idea of this man in the sky. I think that the God is energy and life and consciousness, and it's all of us and everything all around us all the time, everything that has been, everything that will be. It's just existence. It's not a consciousness up there, it's in here. It's me, it's you. This world is God. Everything. Now, in that sense, I guess I would believe in God, using the word God for everything, but then when you say that, that isn't what people say. So I believe in existence and the consciousness. And if you describe that as God, then yes, I believe in God. Anything else? No, not really. No. And I believe that because I am. I think, therefore I am. The consciousness is the only thing that you can 100% believe in. Like, could I be dreaming right now? Is this a dream? I don't know. I'm touching, I'm feeling, I'm seeing. But is it real? I don't know. Religion just seems too strict. Whereas ideas and philosophies, you can hold them and use them for part of your life, and once you've bettered it, you might find something else that works. You can let it go and move around and be fluid. Whereas if you're stuck with one set of beliefs, with one set of rules, you're just going to limit yourself, limit your life, and that's not good. Religion has been responsible for so much conflict. We are this, you are that. Oh, that's so dividing, isn't it? We and they and you. Any doctrine that encourages and says that that sort of thinking is good isn't good. You must be able to see that for humanity to come together and for us all to improve everything. Having sets of beliefs that discount other people, that's not right. Living your life to serve and worship the thing that created you, or a book, or a text, or a plan, something like that, isn't living. If you're living your whole life waiting for this big moment where you get to meet your maker, this world is going to pass you by. You have to live and be. Forget about following and trying to live your life to suit someone else, even if it is the person who made you. That doesn't make sense. If there is someone that made you, how are we here? We don't know. You can't know. Was it the Big Bang? I don't know. Scientists, do they know? I think they've got a pretty good guess, and that's what I hear, but who knows if that's true? Then what was before the Big Bang, and where did that come from? Where are we going? Where did time begin? When will time end? What time is this something we labelled? So it's just going round and round. It's never ending. We'll never be able to comprehend never ending, in the same way we'll never be able to comprehend what's outside that and what it is. Like the idea of creation and destruction, of beginning and end, that's so human and mortal, and that's what we deal with on this planet. Infinity and everlasting is beyond our comprehension. To put a man, a creator, this is the beginning, this is when he created time and everybody and man and woman, and now you will run your course, and then there will be judgment day, and then you will all come up to heaven with me, and then eternity will begin? Huh? What? It seems too human to be rationalising the unfathomable with fathomable ideas. Even the idea of there being a big invisible creator that is in charge and is behind the scenes, is monitoring everything. It's like the world being a job, and there's career levels and management, and he's at the top of the management ladder. Our process of being here and being alive is woof. Now am I doomed because I'm not religious? And then if I picked a religion, what if I picked the wrong one? If I just live a just life and I am good to people and I help people and I'm caring, I don't hurt anyone, will I get rewarded? Or if I didn't follow a different set of rules, I missed out on a few little bits, I didn't do a certain thing, I'm going to be punished even though everything else I did was good? So like my whole life I'm going to have a checklist, I'm going to be worried, living your life being worried about being punished by a father figure? That's not good. That's not going to help you live a full life, a happy life, contentment and well-being. How can you be content and have a good sense of well-being and enjoy everything if you're constantly worried that you're doing something wrong? You should be good because it makes you feel good, and other people will respond to you with kindness. It will make the world that we're living in and your current life better, and everybody else's life better, and you will feel better more often if you're nice to people and you're a good person. That's the only reason to do it, not because you're worried about being punished. That seems horrible. If religion is a man watching over you with a whip or a gun, if you don't do this, you're going to suffer for all of time. There is no blah 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 blah. You're going to be in pain if you do something wrong. That's horrible. I don't want to live like that. No. Religions have come from the past, from olden times. I guess there are new ones being created or invented or being found by people somehow. But they've come from a time, I believe, I wish I'd been there to see it all, where higher-ups needed a way to guide and control masses of people who would still rape and pillage and live in caves. They can invent stories that will keep people in line. I think it was that simple. They're written by people to keep people in line. But again, that's just my thought. And again, that's me rationalising the creation of religions. I would have loved to have been there at the executive meeting, or the kings, or the scientists of the day, whatever, trying to figure out how they can control people. And they sort of come up with an idea that, I tell you what, we could invent a magic being that is watching them, and if they do anything wrong, they're gonna suffer for eternity. Then they'll do everything right. If they're scared, they'll behave themselves. Yes, we could use this to our advantage to keep the people in line. That's where I think it comes from. Again, that's what I think. I don't know. I wasn't there. But that seems more logical than tablets passed down from burning things you know? A voice from above told me so. Yes, the voices tell me things as well. I'm not religious, but I am very spiritual with regards to my consciousness, how I think it is linked to your consciousness and the world and everything around us all the time, forever. But then what is forever? And that, I think, is very possible to be spiritual without being religious. I don't have the answers. No one has the answers. If someone tells you they have the answers, they can't. They can't have them. Where did they get them from? What? Like, I'm open to all ideas from different religions if it helps make me happier, but not beliefs. Not to believe in anything, but how I could be a better person to make other people happier on this earth in this life. That is the only thing I would ever take away from someone's religion if it helped me. And even then I wouldn't adopt a whole religion. The thought of just doing that, I don't understand. It's like joining a club that you won't ever get out of, and that is going to restrict you from joining other clubs and doing other things and meeting other people. And your club has a rival club, and you don't like that rival club. You don't like to play sports with them. No. That doesn't bring humanity together. Please bring humanity together, everybody. There is so much wonder and just glory and amazement and happiness and energy on this planet for you to feel and experience. And I don't know where that comes from. It's here. You can feel it and feel great. You don't need to be told how and why it's there. It just is. Just like you and me, we just are. And we don't want to waste too much time. This gets on to the debate of philosophy now. Waste too much time thinking. We should just be living. Even doing this, of course, I understand the paradox in that. But if you have an idea or a philosophy, offer to share it with people. And make sure the small print says, this is just my idea. This isn't a fact. This is the word of a creator that is forever. Especially if you don't have proof for something. If you're going to deal in absolutes, only a Sith deals in absolutes, you have to have the proof to back it up. If you tell people the sun is going to rise tomorrow, they'd probably believe you, because we've seen it happen every other day of our lives. But if you start telling people that the big sea dragon is going to come out of the ocean and solve world hunger by distributing fish to the masses, people might not believe you, because that's never happened. There's no proof of that. Who knows, there's bits of the ocean we haven't explored. There might be a giant sea dragon living under there that can fly as well as swim, that can go over cities and drop fish from its gills. That sounds more plausible than a god figure at this point, actually. Wow, the sea dragon that lives underwater. I'm going to invest more thought in the sea dragon and look that up. I like that. The sea dragon, the mystical sea dragon. Like, I've got lots of ideas about what might happen. They're just thoughts that I've thought about. Oh, that's a possibility. I don't believe any of them. There's certain things that I'd want more than others that I've thought of as a possibility, of life after death and where we come from and why and things like that, but they're all just odd little fathoms that I've come up with, not absolutes. I was christened by my family, I'm pretty sure, into the Church of England. Of course, I was a baby, I didn't have a choice in that. I'm pretty sure on all my documents or whatever, I think I am C of E, Church of England. Don't steal my identity. But Church of England, that was invented by Henry VIII, because they wouldn't let him marry any more women. So that, how could you possibly be Church of England as a religion when you know it was invented by a man just because he couldn't get married again? That's ridiculous. That can't be a religion. It was invented by Henry VIII. What? Someone explained to me that if I'm wrong, I'm being totally naive there. But that's where Church of England comes from, Henry VIII. Thanks for that. I think he had about 50,000 people executed during his reign. 50,000 people were executed. We're just energy. All together, we are just energy of the universe. If you want to call that God, that's real. Us and everything in existence. It's all one thing. And it's not right, it's not wrong, it's not good, it's not evil, it's not heaven, hell, punishment, judgment. It just is. Everything just is. And you have to do the best you can with the life you've got to feel good as much as possible and make other people feel good as much as possible. And you don't need a set of rules or scriptures or stories to help you do that. Just feel and live and be. Be the peaceful, loving consciousness that you can be, and you'll feel at one with yourself and your surroundings and the people you interact with. Your whole life will improve. Don't let religion separate humanity. I would say let religion bring humanity together, but by the definition of what it is, it can't do that. I don't think religion is the way forward for all of us to live as peacefully and as happily as we can. We need to stop focusing on out there and up there. Start focusing on what's in here and working on that, and then with that, how we are with people will improve. You need to find what makes you happy and how you can be a good person. And I was saying you need to find that inside you. There's no external source that you can go to, no book, no preacher, no doctrine you can turn to that is going to give you peace and true happiness along your journey of life. It's not that simple, it's just not that easy. You need to find it for yourself. But I see amazement and wonder in the world, but there's no reason to need an answer for why. You don't need one. You can just know that it is, and that it is wonderful, and when you watch the sunset, it's beautiful, and when you look into the eye of an animal, it's incredible, and you can't explain the energy that is all around us, and that is us. I think it's just accepting that we'll never know, and just living as the best we can is the way forward. Okay guys, that's the end of that one. Hopefully there's something there you enjoyed, or you can take some ideas away with you. I'm sorry about the rambling nature, it's just such a big, overwhelming topic. It'll probably come up again in the future. It's giving you some context of what I think and how the other big questions, my answers might be affected by my philosophies and ideas. Have a good day guys, be awesome, have fun, be happy, look after yourselves, be rad.